So game 2 between FXOz and Quantic Illusion. Illusion taking the first game amazingly, somehow holding on there. Twice it looked like he had been broken. Stalkers and Zealots into his main, into his natural, losing SCVs. Instead, he somehow pulls it off and holds on for the victory against Oz. Incredible play. Twice I thought that Illusion was going to tap out there, but he stayed in it. He did what he could, and that counterattack with the drop there really evened things out, and Oz was a bit behind from that with not being able to do enough economic damage. That command center was still alive. So we move on to a game here on, oh god, why am I blanking on the name of the freaking map? Yeah. Well, Illusion is setting up the supply depot at the ramp. Be interesting to see if he goes for some sort of Banshee or 1-1-1 play here off of the wall-off. And Oz is going to go for, I don't know. Let's wait until 13 food. Once on 13 food, that's normally when the Protoss throws down whatever he throws down. Meanwhile, Illusion, and there is the barracks for Illusion, so he's going to get a barracks. We'll see if he goes for some sort of 1-Rax FE, or if he's going to go for, yep, and there's the gas going down. And Oz is saving up minerals. Or I could be wrong. He's on 14. He's saving up minerals. Looks like he's going to go for the 15 Nexus. He's going to the probe, taking whatever bites out of the SCV he can. He's not going to get it, but he is going to do a good amount of damage. Yep, not going to get it, just barely. Boy, oh boy. And the map is Cloud Kingdom. Sorry. I need to learn my maps. Oh no! I don't know what Oz... Oz must have scouted the gas and changed his plans? Does he get the gateway, another pylon, and an assimilator all pretty much at the same... Well, the gateway and the assimilator at the same time, the pylon a bit behind that. But it looked like Oz was going to go for some sort of Nexus first play. But he sees the beginning of the wall off, and I guess he's thinking some sort of early timing attack or push. So the Marine is out. It's going to try and chase down that probe. Another Marine popping out now, and here comes another gateway and a cybernetics core. I don't know what Oz read that has him doing this. I really don't. Here comes a factory from VileIllusion. Yes, there goes the factory. The probe does go down, so Oz isn't going to know about that factory. And Illusion does know about the 2 gateways going down, and he's going to put up a bunker in preparation for some sort of attack off one base. Again, it'll be interesting to see the second gas geyser does go down for Illusion, so I would have to assume that it's some sort of heavy gas play. Whether or not that's going to be siege tanks or even Banshees, we'll have to see here. We'll see very soon. I would have to think it'd be cloaked Banshees. So 2 gates are done. Here comes a bunch of Stalkers and 2 gas up for Oz as well. There's the starport and there's the tech lab. Yes, it will be Banshees. Whether or not he gets cloak has yet to be determined. I think both players are really confused as to what the other's doing. Illusion is doing due diligence though, and scouting out, making certain there are no hidden expansions out on the map. And right now, Oz, I think, is going to go for some sort of Stalker's Sentry timing attack. I've never heard of that, but he's got a couple Stalkers out. He's making another Sentry. Nope, never mind. Here comes here comes the natural. I guess Oz felt threatened by whatever was going on there, and felt that he really needed to make 2 gateways and the cybernetics core to hold off whatever was coming. Instead, we do have Cloak on the way and Banshees also on the way. They are rallied straight to the main of VileIllusion, and SCV does not get fully into the base, although I think he did see the robotics facility. It's going to be a race right now with Cloak on the way. The Cloak is about 65 seconds away. And Oz has to know now. He saw the bunker be shot at 30 seconds away, and it'll take another, what, 40 seconds for the Observer to pop out? So about the time Cloak finishes, that Banshee will be there, but the Observer will pop at about the same time as well. So victory goes to Oz right now in this, I guess we'll call it build order timing-wise. Kind of unfortunate for Illusion. One Banshee is out and on its way. A second Banshee has been queued up. And the reactor going down on the barracks. No siege tank. This does not look like any sort of 1-1. It is a, well, you can call it a siege. Not a siege. Siege isn't right. Cloaked Banshee expand. And Cloak does finish, but there goes the Observer. It is out. And a second one is on its way, so that means that Illusion, there's the Cloak. It's going to get off a couple of shots. Now the Observer's there. It's going to get shot at. It does take out a sentry. It's a pretty big grab, and he does get a... Oh, he gets to probe and gets away. And the second Banshee is out on the map. It will join its brethren. Here comes a Raven. I mean, the Raven will be able to spot the Observer, but it won't be able to do much more than that. Unless it throws down an auto turret and somehow manages to kill it. Here comes the tech lab, and it looks like it's some sort of 1-1-1 with 2 bases, maybe. I don't know. So the one injured Banshee with 2 kills is heading home to get repaired. The other one is just scouting out, seeing what's going on. He does know about the expansion of Oz. He's going to take some pot shots at the pylon, but the Zealots or Stalkers warp in to take it out, or to chase it away. A proxy pylon is been placed down just outside the 4th of Illusion, and a probe is going to see the natural of Illusion also go down, and a Raven is out. Interesting choice. Normally that does mean some sort of, oh my goodness, it's a Thor. You don't often see Thors, and the Banshee taking pot shots again at that pylon is just within range of the Stalkers. Illusion microing it. Oh, that Observer is just sitting there. Although I'll tell you what, the Stalkers and Immortal are a little bit exposed. They don't have an Observer, although there is one right here and 3 Stalkers here as well. So well done by Oz to distract. To dispel that harass. This Banshee is going to see the proxy pylon though and will take it out. Nice find by Illusion. And it looks like Illusion is... He's making another Thor. Another Banshee pops out. More Marines. He does have the expansion. And it looks like he's getting ready to defend it against, again, some sort of 2-base timing attack. This time, instead of going for the Colossus, Oz is going for the charge. As well as heavy gateway upgrades. He's now adding 2 more gateways. That makes 6 gateways, as well as the robotics facility. He has a good number of observers out on the field. A couple of zealots out doing, a zealot out doing some scouting. These 3 Banshees are going to go headhunting though to see what they can see and what they can kill. Good positioning of those 3 Marines. One is going to go down. Is the second going to go down? Yes, the second goes down. In fact, the third might too. No. Third barely lives, takes out the Zealot. So a trade of 100 minerals for 100 minerals. And the pylon out at the 4th of FXOz is going to go down. He does take his 3rd though. An Observer is in the base. It is hurt because the Raven does happen to see the cloaked units. Another Thor is going to pop out. I'd have to think that Illusion's going to go soon here. But especially right before the 3rd of Oz kicks in. I don't think he scouted the 3rd. And the Templar Archive has gone down. FXOz does have a couple of High Templar out on the field right now. No Storm being researched yet. +1 armor is done. I do not see a second Forge out on the field though. Yep, just the +1 armor. That's it. And here comes VileIllusion. Here comes the scary 1-1-1 push. A couple of 11 SCVs. 3 Thors, a Banshee, or a Raven, that's a Raven I've selected, 5 Banshees, and a good number of Marines. I honestly don't think it's going to be enough, though. The High Templar may, 2 High Templar may have enough for 2 feedbacks apiece. That's 5 feedbacks total. That's the Raven and a good amount of damage on the Thors or the Banshees. I really don't think this is going to end well for Illusion, and he can't afford to hesitate much longer. This is pretty close to a 2-base all-in. Here come the Banshees to take out some probes, though, and they do a good job. Oz pulling away right away. Here comes some Stalkers out to defend, and the Banshees take no shots whatsoever from the Stalkers, get away, taking out a pylon and a bunch of other stuff. And Illusion is going to take out the rocks. Good decision here. He's going to have to try and get up as best he can. Here comes Oz, though. Oz is going to get there to meet him on the ramp. And with the energy on the sentries, that's a bad idea. Oh, Oz goes away and lets him up the ramp. Oz has let Illusion up the ramp. And now the Natural is under heavy fire. And the Stalker sandwich. Cloak going down. The PDD also going down. Feedback on the PDD. Feedback on the Raven. The Raven has very little left. The Zealot's just eating up the Thors right now. The Stalkers, or the PDD's being repaired, but they have no energy. And all that's left are 3 Banshees. Wow, all of the Observers are dead, though. So the Banshees are going to do a lot of damage, but there's so much of an army left. Even if Oz doesn't get that Observer out, I think he can go and kill Illusion beforehand anyway. But Oz is actually going to retreat. He's going to pull back and wait for that Observer. These Banshees are just doing whatever they wanted. 5 kills, and 6 kills. Concentrating down the Immortal. They're going to take one Immortal out. Are they going to take that Immortal out? The Raven's still out on the field. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. It got feedbacked and ran away. That Immortal will live with 20 hit points. He is, in fact, indeed immortal. And taking pot shots at the pylon. Oh, blinking up on top of them. But the Observer's not there, and the Cloak to get away. Whew, that was close. And now a lot of Hellions out on the map. And 2 siege tanks at a time, switching up to some sort of mech composition. Oy. Is Illusion. That's probably not going to work out too well. Without Blue Flame against the charge lots, although a lot of Stalkers are out on the field for Oz, but he also has this third and an Archon, and the economic game is going to Oz. Illusion's going to have to do something very soon here, whether it's taking a third and securing it quickly or what, but a bunch of Stalkers, a pylon, a probe, and an Observer all right here to meet the third command center of Illusion, and in fact that command center may go down. No, it's not. Here comes the army. One Banshee goes down. No Stalkers as they escape with Blink. Here comes the rest of Illusion's army, or excuse me, Oz's army, though, up the ramp. They're going to get sandwiched between the Stalkers and the charge lots, as well as Immortals and Archon. The siege tanks siege up. They're taking their shots with the Immortals and the Blink Stalkers right on top of the siege tanks. Command center forced to lift off again. Hellions get ripped to shreds by the Zealots as well as the Stalkers, and Illusion once again is in some deep, deep trouble here. A bunch of siege tanks sieging on the high ground, starting to take pot shots at the Stalkers. They don't care, they're just walking through it, blinking up onto the high ground, taking out the siege tanks one by one. There's a storm on a couple Hellions. This game is over. I don't think Illusion's going to be able to come back from this one like he did last time when he had Stalkers in his base, and that's the GG right there. Illusion crushed by FXOz on Court Hall Compound. No, Cloud Kingdom. Sorry, don't know why I said Court Hall Compound. Really well played by Oz. A bit of an interesting, to say the least, start for both players build order-wise. Taking that third for Oz really paid off as he was able to macro up a huge army that just could not be broken, and really nice play to get a couple of surrounds on Illusion's army to take the victory, and the best of 3 series tied at 1 game apiece, and we will go to game numero 3.